Rurik, a name that echoes through the centuries, stands at the genesis of Russian history. Yet, for all the tales and chronicles, the details of his life, his ascension to power, and the dynamics of his rule remain veiled in uncertainty. In this exploration, we venture into the heart of medieval Eastern Europe, where the tapestry of Rurik's rule is woven with threads of mystery, raising more questions than answers. Before starting, remember to click the like and subscribe button to support us in making more interesting videos. The origins of Rurik. The origins of Rurik, the seminal figure in Russian history and the founder of the Rurik Dynasty, are veiled in the mist of time, creating an intriguing historical enigma. Scholarly consensus on Rurik's early life remains elusive, and the lack of concrete documentation has spawned various theories regarding his origin and ascent to power. One prevailing theory posits a Scandinavian connection, suggesting that Rurik hailed from the Varangians, a seafaring Norse people known for their exploits across medieval Europe. According to this narrative, Rurik could have been a Varangian chieftain or warrior seeking new opportunities in the east. The Varangian route, a waterway that connected the Baltic and Black Seas, facilitated Viking voyages into the heart of Eastern Europe, providing a plausible context for Rurik's potential Scandinavian roots. Another hypothesis links Rurik to the Rus people, a group of East Slavic tribes inhabiting the region around Novgorod. This theory suggests that Rurik may have risen to prominence within the local Slavic power structures, possibly through military prowess or strategic alliances. The assimilation of Varangian leaders into Slavic societies was not uncommon during this era, adding complexity to the question of Rurik's origin. While these theories provide plausible frameworks, the dearth of contemporary records renders the true origins of Rurik speculative. The primary chronicle, a key historical source for early East Slavic history, introduces Rurik in the context of the invitation extended by the East Slavic tribes to the Varangian leaders to rule over them. This event, known as the Invitation of the Varangians, marks the traditional starting point of Rurik's rule in the late 9th century. In essence, the origins of Rurik stand as a historical puzzle, beckoning scholars and enthusiasts alike to piece together fragments of evidence and draw connections across the tapestry of early Russian history. The elusive nature of Rurik's beginnings only enhances the allure of his legacy, leaving room for ongoing exploration and discovery in the intricate corridors of medieval Eastern Europe. Rurik's ascension to power. Rurik's ascension to power marks a critical juncture in the formation of the Kievan Rus and, consequently, Russian history. While the precise details remain obscured by the veil of time, historical accounts suggest a complex interplay of geopolitical dynamics, military prowess, and perhaps even the intricacies of diplomacy. Traditionally dated to the late 9th century, Rurik's ascension is often associated with the Invitation of the Varangians, a pivotal event chronicled in the primary chronicle. According to this account, the East Slavic tribes, facing internal discord and external threats, extended an invitation to the Varangian leaders, among whom Rurik was prominent, to bring stability and leadership to the region. Rurik responded to this call, ushering in an era of Varangian rule over the East Slavic territories. Rurik's ascension was likely facilitated by his military acumen and the Varangians' reputation as formidable warriors. The turbulent times demanded strong leadership, and Rurik's ability to navigate the complexities of medieval Eastern European politics positioned him as a key figure in consolidating power. His leadership marked the foundation of what would evolve into the Kievan Rus, a state that laid the groundwork for the future Russian nation. The Varangian chieftain's ability to forge alliances with local Slavic elites and maintain a delicate balance between imposing authority and integrating into existing power structures contributed to the stability and longevity of his rule. While the early years of Rurik's reign are shrouded in mystery, his impact on the socio-political landscape of the region is undeniable, setting the stage for the Rurik dynasty's enduring influence on Russian history. Rurik's ascension to power, rooted in the geopolitical complexities of the time, showcases the confluence of Varangian and Slavic elements that defined the early stages of the Kievan Rus. This foundational period laid the groundwork for the rich tapestry of Russian history, and Rurik's role in this historical drama remains a fascinating chapter in the annals of medieval Eastern Europe. Rurik's rule and governance. Rurik's rule and governance during the nascent stages of the Kievan Rus laid the groundwork for one of the most influential dynasties in Russian history, The Rurik Dynasty. Despite the scarcity of detailed historical records from this early period, the contours of Rurik's leadership emerge through a combination of primary chronicles, archaeological findings, and historical inference. Rurik's governance was characterized by a delicate balance between Varangian leadership and the integration of local Slavic customs and power structures. Understanding the diverse composition of the Kievan Rus, Rurik sought to consolidate authority by forging alliances with local Slavic elites and tribal leaders. This astute diplomatic approach contributed to the stability of his rule, establishing a precedent for future Rurikid leaders. The Varangians, known for their military prowess, played a crucial role in maintaining order and protecting the realm. Rurik's ability to leverage the strength of the Varangian warrior class while incorporating Slavic elements into the administrative framework created a harmonious synthesis. Local assemblies, known as vesh, became essential institutions, allowing representatives from various communities to participate in decision-making processes. Rurik's governance also left an indelible mark on the socio-economic landscape. The emergence of trade routes connecting the Baltic and Black Seas facilitated economic growth, and the establishment of key trade centers like Novgorod and Kiev became pivotal in the prosperity of the Kievan Rus. While Rurik's specific legal and administrative policies remain elusive, the enduring stability of his rule and the subsequent expansion of the Kievan Rus suggest a pragmatic and adaptable governance style. The legacy of Rurik's rule was further cemented by his successors, creating a dynasty that would govern the region for centuries and contribute significantly to the development of Russian identity and statecraft. In essence, Rurik's governance was a nuanced blend of Varangian strength and Slavic integration, setting the stage for the evolution of the Kievan Rus into a formidable regional power. Rurik's successors in the dynastic transition. Rurik's successors in the dynastic transition that followed marked a critical phase in the consolidation and expansion of the Kievan Rus. After Rurik's death, the mantle of leadership passed on to his kinsman, creating a dynastic legacy that endured for centuries. Rurik's successor was his kinsman Oleg, who continued and expanded upon the foundation laid by the founder. Oleg's reign is often associated with the legendary Varangian expeditions, including the famous conquest of Kiev in 882. His leadership saw the Kievan Rus extend its influence over neighboring territories, solidifying the realm's position as a major political and economic force in the region. Following Oleg, the succession within the Rurik dynasty continued through a series of rulers, each leaving their mark on the evolving state. Notable figures such as Igor, Olga, and Sviatoslav played pivotal roles in shaping the political landscape and expanding the territorial reach of the Kievan Rus. However, it was Vladimir the Great, the grandson of Sviatoslav I, who left an indelible imprint on the region. His reign from 980 to 1015 saw the conversion of the Kievan Rus to Christianity, a decision that not only transformed the religious landscape but also fostered cultural and political ties with Byzantium. The dynastic transition from Rurik to Vladimir the Great showcased the continuity and adaptability of the Rurikid rulers. This legacy of hereditary succession persisted for centuries, contributing to the stability of the Kievan Rus and later the Grand Duchy of Moscow and the Russian Tsardom. In summary, Rurik's successors played a crucial role in the expansion, governance, and cultural development of the Kievan Rus. The dynastic transition within the Rurik dynasty became a cornerstone of Russian political tradition, shaping the course of history for generations to come. Rurik's relations with Byzantium. Rurik's relations with Byzantium stand as a fascinating chapter in the early diplomatic interactions between the emerging Kievan Rus and the Byzantine Empire. This period of engagement, which unfolded during the late 9th century, played a pivotal role in shaping the cultural, political, and religious landscape of the region. Rurik's diplomatic ties with Byzantium were multifaceted, encompassing trade, military cooperation, and cultural exchange. The primary chronicle notes that during Rurik's rule, there were diplomatic overtures between the Kievan Rus and Byzantium, laying the groundwork for a relationship that would endure for centuries. Trade flourished as the two realms engaged in economic exchanges, facilitated by the geographical proximity of the Black Sea trade routes. The Kievan Rus, situated strategically between the Baltic and Black Seas, became a vital link connecting northern Europe to the riches of the Byzantine Empire. The trade routes contributed to the economic prosperity of the Kievan Rus and fostered a mutual dependence between the two powers. Military cooperation emerged as another facet of Rurik's relations with Byzantium. Varangian warriors, known for their service in the Byzantine Varangian Guard, formed a crucial part of the Byzantine military. The presence of Varangians in Byzantium not only strengthened military ties but also provided the Kievan Rus with insights into Byzantine military tactics and strategies. Cultural exchange between the Kievan Rus and Byzantium was particularly evident in matters of religion. The Byzantine influence played a pivotal role in the Christianization of the Kievan Rus, a process initiated by Rurik's successors. Princess Olga, the regent for her son Sviatoslav, was baptized in Constantinople, marking a significant step towards the adoption of Christianity in the Kievan Rus. In essence, Rurik's relations with Byzantium were multifaceted, contributing to the economic prosperity, military strength, and cultural development of the Kievan Rus. This diplomatic interplay laid the foundation for enduring ties between the Eastern Slavic states and Byzantium, influencing the trajectory of Russian history and its connections with the broader Eastern Orthodox world. As we reflect on the mysteries of Rurik's rule, we recognize that the past, much like the enigmatic figure himself, refuses to yield all its secrets. The gaps in our knowledge beckon future historians and enthusiasts to continue the quest for answers, ensuring that the legacy of Rurik and the early history of Russia will remain subjects of perpetual fascination and exploration. In this journey through the shadows of time, the mysteries endure, inviting us to unravel the threads of history woven into the fabric of Rurik's rule. Thank you for watching the entire video. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel to support us. See you in the next video.